Assalamualaikum warahmatullah. So this is chapter 4. So chapter 4 is research questions and answers. So in general, scientists study how nature works while engineers create new things. Okay, so if you can see in this diagram on the right, see the difference between scientists and engineers are: scientists are investigators, they are observers, they ask why does this happen, and they explain about the world. Engineers, okay, they are designers, they are problem solvers, they ask how can I make this happen, and their role is to improve our world. So at the bottom there is a text, it's quite blurry, so let me read this for you. Scientists discover the world that exists, engineers create the world that never was. So this is quoted by Theodor von Karman. Okay, so because engineers and scientists have different objectives, they follow different processes in their work. Scientists perform experiments using scientific method, whereas engineers follow the creativity-based engineering design process. Okay, this slide shows a comparison between scientific method and engineering design process. So basically, they are almost the same, but there are some significant differences. Okay, let us go one by one. Okay, for scientific method, the first one is state your question. For example, why is the sky blue? So that is a question. So the scientists tend to try to answer that question. Whereas engineering, okay, is not about answering question, but it defines a problem. Okay, for example, how can you move from one point to another point quickly? Okay, so basically there's a problem and they try to define the problem. So you can see that normally scientific method relates to something that is natural. Okay, something that is natural, or perhaps something that happens in our society. So they want to know the answer to this question. So the first thing is that they need to state the question. So engineer, actually they define, okay, what is the problem? So how can we solve this? So that is a different mindset between these two. That is number one. Okay, number two is common. So for either to actually to answer the question or to solve the problem, so they need to do background research. Okay, so background research means that they study about what others have done to answer the question in terms of scientific, and for the engineering, what others have actually developed to solve the problem. So that is both do background research. Okay, now number three. Okay, now there is the difference here. Okay, for scientific method, so they need to formulate hypothesis and establish procedure. Okay, hypothesis is in roughly is something similar to an assumption that they believe is true. Okay, some assumption that they believe is true. For example, just now we have a question, why is the sky blue? Okay, that is the question. So they try to answer this. So basically they formulate hypothesis. Okay, now let's say they assume based on what others have studied previously, is that okay, there the sky is blue because it has something to do with how the light has been dispersed through the atmosphere. For example, that is what they think is true. Now that is called a hypothesis, because at that point of time they are not sure about whether it is true or not. It has not been proven, but of course we now know that that is true. But at during, I think, hundreds of years ago, perhaps the scientists actually formulate a hypothesis, and now to actually test the hypothesis, how do you prove this? They should establish a procedure. So that is the way that scientific method actually works. Okay, now for the engineering design, we do not establish any hypothesis whatsoever. So basically, the hypothesis does not happen in the engineering design process. After they have created or formulated the hypothesis and established the procedure, then they create alternative solutions, choose the best one and develop it. Meaning that now they establish a procedure. So basically they try to actually have different procedures. Okay. Now, what about the engineering design process? Okay, similarly, they also create alternative solutions. Okay, for example, how do you move from point A to point B quickly? So perhaps hundreds or thousands of years ago, they try to create a wheel, what they call a wheel. They try to create alternative solution. For example, the wheel should be round, or perhaps should it be rectangular or square. And when they create the wheels, let's say they choose round, perhaps what kind of material that they should actually use to create the wheel. So meaning that they come up with several alternative solutions and they try to choose the best one according to what they think is the best one and try to develop actually that. Okay, they develop it. Okay, so basically both are creating alternative solutions. So in terms of scientific, they try to create the procedure. Okay, they try to set the procedure or the technique to how do you test this. Okay, but for the engineering, they try to create something that, for example, like I say that perhaps their idea is to create a wheel. How do you create a wheel? Okay, the design of the wheel and so on. Okay, for the scientific method, after they have actually create the solution that they think that will work best to prove their hypothesis, okay, then they actually execute, and from the procedure they collect results, and from the results they draw conclusion whether is it true that the sky is blue because of the dispersion of light through the atmosphere. Is it true? So they draw the conclusion based on the result. For the engineering, so what they do is actually they create a prototype. So basically what they do from the design of the wheel just now, okay, they try to create a prototype of a wheel. Okay, now normally as I think we all know, normally a prototype is something that we think can work but maybe not as efficient as we hope for. So this is where there is a difference between scientific method and also engineering design process. Okay, once you have created a prototype, okay, you test and redesign as necessary. For example, let's say that okay, when you create a wheel, okay, it works to a certain extent but it does not work very well. So basically what you need to do, perhaps you need to redesign some elements of the wheel. Okay, for example, yeah, perhaps the wheels can move, but then they say that it's not comfortable going on this wheel. Okay, so then come up with they create a tire, okay, from rubber, so that the movement will be smooth, and they fill in air inside the tire. So now there is an improvement of the design of that particular prototype. So here they test and redesign as necessary. Okay, now after that they have something that is satisfactory to them, then both either scientific method or engineering design process will communicate the result. So research is about giving a benefit to human being. So human being will get the benefit of either scientific research or engineering design process. So in terms of scientific methods, scientific research, okay, people will be knowledgeable. So we gain knowledge, we understand about the world and so on. And as for the engineering design, okay, basically the benefit is that our life will be much better compared to previous. So basically these are the process of a scientific method versus engineering design process. Computer science, IT, information technology, and other closely related fields such as computer engineering, software engineering, information systems, IoT, so many other things. So encompass to a varying level both scientific and engineering fields. So the diagram that I have on the right is basically a rough idea on how the aspect of science, engineering, and math intersect with each other. So when all of this intersected, see at the middle of this diagram, okay, this is the part that what we call technology. So technology is actually an intersection of science, engineering, and math. Okay, a large majority of research in these fields involve producing artifacts, okay, in the form of system design, prototype, algorithm, techniques, component, etc., and others. So basically, when we are in our field, okay, whether you want to call it computer science or IT or software engineering, so basically we produce artifacts. Okay, artifact is something that is you produce something, okay, something in this particular form. Okay, scientific research does not produce anything. They are about trying to understand what's happening. But now, in terms of computer science, we have some elements of producing something, but at the same time, try to understand something. Okay, so we have both.